Hey there, I'm Tucker and you're watching D&D Daily. Today we're going to be doing a Shepherd Druid build, the Wolf Whisperer. If you want to play the Wolf Whisperer, you're going to need to be a Beasthide Shifter, taking the Circle of the Shepherd Druid class. The Wolf Whisperer grew up in a pack made of Beasthide Shifters alongside dire wolves. He respected these dire wolves and wanted nothing more than to be the alpha of this pack. One day while traveling, the Wolf Whisperer met a druid with his pack who commanded the wolves of his pack as if he were their leader, and he wanted to learn this art for himself more than anything else. He devoted himself to studying druidcraft in order to become the leader of the pack that he calls his family. The Wolf Whisperer is power hungry, not in an evil way, but in the sense that he wants the respect and prestige that comes from being in a position of power. He wants to be on top just to be on top. He is a simple man. He doesn't know the social complexities of society and wouldn't understand many aspects of the idea of civilization. He is also not the brightest, and many insults would fly straight over his head. He loves contests of strength, even though he is pretty bad at them. Win or lose, he would keep a good attitude and be happy that people are playing around with him. He would be very quick to make friends. Anyone who does him a favor or plays a game with him would be a fast friend. He is also unerringly loyal. He was raised in a pack and he will do anything in his power to protect them. His pack includes his shifter family, the direwolf pack, the shepherd druid that he met, and whatever friends he makes in his travels. He would only truly become angry when someone hurts or threatens his pack. The Wolf Whisperer is going to be focused on making your entire party more tanky and single target damage. He can use his shifting ability to give himself temporary HP and add to his AC, allowing him to stand closer to the front of the line. He can also use his bear totem spirit to give everyone temporary HP. He can also be a great healer with his unicorn totem. This totem is great for combat healing because it turns a healing word from a one target heal into potentially a full team heal. He can also summon wolves. I would heavily encourage you to summon only wolves because it fits thematically. This puts a wall of meat out on the battlefield. If you use a spell like Summon Beast, I would just flavor it to look like a wolf or a dire wolf. If you're going to use the spell Conjure Animals, I would be very careful about using it, and I would definitely talk to your DM before using it. If you do use this spell though, because it slows down combat and because of other things going on with it, I would pick one animal to summon every time. For me, it would be dire wolves. It would slow down combat a little bit, but not nearly as much as 8 regular wolves would slow down combat. So I would work with your DM to find a good balance that you are both okay with. I personally think that summoning dire wolves only is a good compromise. At 6th level, all of his summons will also have extra HP and magical attacks for the purpose of bypassing resistance from his Mighty Summoner trait. The tactic that the Wolf Whisperer would employ would be to summon his dire wolves or his Summon Beast Wolf and send them at a target. Their pack tactics allow them to hit easily, and then they have a decent chance of knocking the target prone. Once they do, the Wolf Whisperer also has advantage against the target with his melee attacks. For flavor alone, I would use the Primal Savagery as my main attack cantrip, though as you level up, you'll become more and more of a spellcaster and less of a melee druid. Out of combat, the Wolf Whisperer's high wisdom allows him to be a good scout, especially if he uses his ability to talk with animals to get some animal scout friends. Or he can go scout ahead as an animal himself using his wild shape ability. He will also have a lot of utility spells, including his wild shape, which allows him to do a lot of niche tasks that other people are not able to do. A lot of these include scouting and or getting a bird's eye view. In his downtime, he is going to be focused on getting stronger in order to be the alpha of his pack. He is going to be trying to experience the world around him and learn more about cities, society, and culture because he is very unfamiliar with them. He is also going to be focused on protecting his pack, and that is going to always be something on the back of his mind. The key mechanics of playing this character is that Wisdom is going to be our primary stat, Dex is going to be our secondary stat, and Con is going to be our third stat. Wisdom is going to be used for all of our spells and for our main attack with Primal Savagery. Dex is going to be used defensively, adding to our AC, and Constitution is just going to be Constitution. It's going to make us more tanky, which is going to be really necessary for this character as we're going to be up on the front line lines, as opposed to most druids being back on the back lines. We are also going to want to take the Warcaster feat in order to maintain our concentration better on our spells. Because we're going to be a frontline caster, it is going to be really important to maintain the concentration on our summons and our other spells going on. The weaknesses of the Wolf Whisperer is that he would be fairly weak against being grappled. His Bear Totem Spirit mitigates this a little bit, as do some of his spells like Hold Person or Enlarge Reduce, and his race gives him proficiency in athletics, but this is still going to be a struggle. He also has low charisma, so social situations aren't exactly his forte. This is not helped by him not knowing about a city and not knowing how to interact with a lot of people. So not being societally adept is going to be a weakness of this character, but also a very fun role-playing opportunity. He also has low intelligence, so he won't be a great tactical mind. He would know when to attack and when to retreat, and he would have common sense, but he wouldn't have deeply thought out plans. As an NPC, I would have the Wolf Whisperer as the leader of a pack of direwolves or Beasthide Shifters as an encounter. Or maybe have a city that is trying to chop down a big forest to make room for farms or other industry, and he has to be the mediator between the city and the forest, a classic druid trope. Or have a sickness that is spreading through the beasts in the forest that he is looking to cure before the sickness passes on to the people in a nearby city. The key note you're looking for is a wolf, somebody who belongs to a pack and wants to be the alpha of it. He'll lead his pack to victory and die protecting his pack in defeat. How would you use the Wolf Whisperer in one of your games? How would you make him more flavorful or mechanically better? Let us know in the comments below. We are D&D Daily. We release new D&D content every single day, so make sure to hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you tomorrow.